what happens when we hit a threshold, when we go over the allowable limit? I don't recall seeing like a communication to the public. Is that something y'all have to do? And like, hey, be careful. The air's more contaminated today. What does that look like?
Yeah, so that's something that we're actively trying to improve with our air monitors. So if a threshold on one of our organizational air monitors exceeded, then we send out an alert. We tell people in the neighborhood around that air monitor about like an exceedance. Um, but then there's also that's only the ones from our air monitors. Then we have like the county and the TCQ, and also the industry itself has its own air monitors around the fence line of its facility. And they go by very different rules. They're not required to um like there's no toxic alert system right now in Texas. And that's one of our campaigns is trying to get one introduced. But as of right now, like industry isn't required to um, notify communities as soon as possible. They're required to submit an emission event report, but that's like 24 hours after the spill, the accident, whatever has already occurred. Um, so yeah, that's one of the things that's really challenging too. Is we found that a lot of times residents have to go like knocking on doors, like trying to find out what the cause of this smell is, what the cause of this, why are we getting nausea and headaches all of a sudden? And then they personally manually have to go call up the TCQ or the county and try to find out, who's responsible. It's very there's a lot of there's a severe lack of personal responsibility on the part of the industries, especially in Houston. And that's we've seen this very, very recently from the last couple of years as well. It's just this continuing trend of something happens and like industry is the last to admit that like it was the one to do it. It's usually the residents noticing something's wrong, like a smell in the air, health effects, and then like they try to get other people aware. They try to call the county. It's very, very driven by the residents themselves right now, which is unfortunate because it shouldn't have to be like that.
And